Good morning out there, everybody. Good afternoon, wherever you may be watching the show from today. Alan with D9J Sports. We're right back at it with another show. You know what this is. This is Mondays. This is our recap show. And we're going to go back and we're going to talk about everything that happened that D9J Sports is really interested in this weekend. So you know what it is. That college football. And for all you subscribers out there who already subscribed, hey, I greatly appreciate it. Here at D9J Sports, the numbers are coming up, man. They're coming up. We're not one of these big shows. We're just an upcoming show. But each and every one of you who hitting that subscribe button, we really appreciate it. College football, ladies and gentlemen. I told you last week in the shows, college football has taken over, ladies and gentlemen, and it rules. So let's get into it. So we're going to start off where we ended off last week. We're going to talk about the TJC Apaches and those Apache Bells. Oh, yeah, it was a great game. We went back up for homecoming, me and my son Alex, and it was great. They were tailgating. So Coach Willie Gooden and the Kilgore Rangers and the Kilgore Rangerettes came into town to Chris's Road Stadium. Oh, we all know it as Earl Campbell Stadium. That's what I call it, the Rose Garden. Yet they changed the name of it like they do most stadiums now for the endorsements. But most of us from around here, if you're from the Tyler area, the Dallas area, we know it as the Rose Garden, home of the legend Earl Campbell. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a great turnout. It was a great turnout. And I tell you what, the football teams they put on the show, but those Kilgore Rangerettes and those TJC Apache Bells, they done their thing. We had Apache Bells come back from every generation. So if you look back at some of the videos, I actually posted like 3 videos. One video was about kind of like a build up of the whole game and everything. And I do want to apologize from the start of when I was talking, telling you what was going to go on. It was a little distorted, but we had music going everywhere. The wind was blowing. I was up at a high elevation, but man, hey, it was great. So if you look at that, you see the TJC Apaches as they come in, they always walk around the top of the stadium. So you want to check that out. But at the end of the day, Coach Willie Gooden and those Kilgore Rangers, they put up a good fight. But nope, in the end, those TJC Apaches and Coach Tanner Jacobs, hey, we got the game won. On a last-second field goal. Man, it was exciting. I was trying to film, and one of the funniest things happened is I take my kid, we go over to the other side. We started off like on the field, so we go over to the other side, and we're in the stands like recording, and he's over there talking smack to the players, man. I was telling him you can't do that. Well, I guess you can if your dad was an Apache. So that was a great turnout there. So let's keep this thing rolling. Next, we want to talk about the Jasper Bulldogs that go down to Shepherd. They get a win, but it was not impressive. It was not impressive at all. At the end, we kind of pulled away, but that was one of those games where, you don't want to overlook an opponent, but we should have got rid of them early, and they were able to move the football. So this week, we've got the Silsbee Tigers coming into town to take on the Jasper Bulldogs. And it's a big district game, and the Silsbee Tigers have beat us the last couple of years. And if you're not familiar with the Silsbee Tigers and the Jasper Bulldogs, it's one of the oldest rivalries in the state of Texas in high school football. I know last weekend they had P&G and Nederland, and they said that is the biggest game. But I tell you what, Jasper versus Silsbee is a game that everybody always wants to see all over the state of Texas. And if you're not familiar, like I said, if you're not familiar with them, one of the starting players for the Colorado Buffaloes, Draylon Miller, is right down there from the 409. So if you're watching the videos and he scores a touchdown and tell him he's from the 409, do your thing, young man, then that's where he's from. Right down the road, about 50 miles from Jasper, Texas. So that's going to be a big win. We've got another week of homecoming for me because we've got you know how they're doing extended homecomings now. They got like all the 80s, 90s, 2000s. So it's gonna be packed. I know we're gonna go up to the pep rally and some of the old former players. Some of the Willie Ray Smith and some guys who went on to play for the Texas Longhorns. Texas A&M Aggies like Sean Horn. He's gonna be down, and we're gonna go up at the pep rally for Coach Williams or Principal Victor Williams, and we're gonna talk to the players, and it looks to be an exciting game, and exciting weekend. So let's keep this thing rolling. But once again, I need you to hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button. Like I said, we're not a big channel. We should be right around 6,000 subscribers right now. For me, that is great, and we're doing it without anything. We're just coming on. We're just talking. We're doing all kinds of videos. And for all of my subscribers out there who like the late workout that I done, hey, I'm gonna be doing that probably Thursday. We're gonna go back. And we're going to get a workout done. So, hey, like once again, hit the like and subscribe and appreciate it. So let's keep this thing rolling. Let's talk about those Colorado Buffaloes and Coach Deion Primetime Sanders. Yep. The Cincinnati Bearcats, they came in, man, and they gave it everything that they had, man. But from the jump, you could tell that the Colorado Buffaloes just had a little bit too much speed for them, and the Colorado Buffaloes came to play. At no point during the game did I feel like Cincinnati was going to beat them. No point that I feel like it. And Shedeur Sanders has proven, ladies and gentlemen, that he's the top quarterback in college football. So you can be a hater all you want. But he's a top quarterback, and some of the things that he's able to do, and his offensive line is getting better. But this young man stands in the pocket, and I will say that he has some weapons to get that football out too. And they're running the football right now. So Coach Prime, a great job, and to Cincinnati, their coach, man. I like him because, he's like Coach Prime. He's using the portal. And he's turning that program around. And kudos goes out to them and the Cincinnati Bearcats and you young men and young women. Y'all just keep hanging in there because he's doing a good job. But now back to Coach Prime. I've already told you that I think Coach Prime is going to be, he should be the coach of the year. I mean, they're going to go to a bowl game, and Miss Peggy says she just doesn't want just a regular bowl game. She wants to go to the best bowl. So we know that the players are going to give it everything that they can to make sure that they get to the best bowl game they can. And don't be surprised now. They're going to need a little bit of help. If BYU falls to somebody and the Colorado Buffaloes can win out, ladies and gentlemen, you do not be surprised if you don't look up and see the Colorado Buffaloes with the right breaks. 12-team playoff, man. And if they can find a way with a little bit of help to win the conference, you already know what's going to happen. They're must-watch TV. They're must-watch, must-see TV. And I stayed up until midnight watching the game. And, hey, if it had came on at 2 in the morning, I would have watched it, and I will continue to watch it. Okay? So, once again, kudos out to Coach Prime and the Colorado Buffaloes and to his players and Travis Hunter and to all those kids out there, Drayla Miller, that are doing a great job. And to the coaches, Coach Sapp, Coach T.O.'s out there helping out, putting his voice in. And Pat Shermer, the offensive coordinator, let me tell you something. That dude can dial them up. He can dial them up, and he can dial them up with the best of them. And he's using a subpar running game and a subpar offensive line. He's using that NFL quarterback that he has back there, and they're getting the work done. So to Coach Shermer, man, I'm sure somebody's going to want you back in the NFL, or don't be surprised if he doesn't move on and get his own head coaching job. Okay? So let's keep this thing rolling. A lot around college football, man. A lot of college football this weekend, and we don't have enough time to talk on all of them. There are some exciting games. Nebraska falls again. And then you had just a lot of great games, man. A lot of great games. And it was good for me to be able to travel up to TJC and then to get back in time. It was late to watch some of those. Finishing fourth quarters of some of those ball games. So now, you know what we're going to do. I told you that we were going to give it to the Dallas Cowboys if they lost, and if you looked at the videos, you already know. The cover my face, driving me crazy video, volume 3 came out yesterday. Late last night, about midnight last night. So I'm sure it's gonna pick up steam. The Dallas Cowboys. The Dallas Cowboys, ladies and gentlemen, they're a dumpster fire. Like I said in the videos, they're a dumpster fire, man. They've got one of the most expensive rosters in the National Football League. And they go out to California, out to San Francisco. And San Francisco got just about all of their weapons Christian McCaffrey is out. That's enough. Then the backup running back, he goes out. They put a rookie in there. He was toting the football like he was McCaffrey. Okay, they done a great job. The Dallas Cowboys can't stop the run. They can't run the ball. They've got Ezekiel Elliott. They went out. They brung up what's the name from the Minnesota Vikings? Well, he was on the practice squad. He went to the Jets, and Dalvin Cook, and he went out there. And, man, it was like Fred Warner. Every time him and Ezekiel Elliott touched the football, it was like they were going to hurt him. So the Dallas Cowboys, they got a lot of work to do. I pretty much think that their season is going to be a wash. I think it is because they're in a conference right now that were the Washington Redskins. That's what I call them. So I know they're the Washington Commanders, but I tell you what, I know them as the Redskins, and I'm sorry to anybody out there if I offend you. I'm an old guy. So the Washington Commanders, because I want to be politically correct. But for those of you who know what I'm talking about, it's easy to say Washington Redskins, but we're going to call them Commanders I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. So the Washington Commanders won the game on a Hail Mary. That can't happen. That can't happen in the fashion that it happened. And what I mean by it, I don't know the young man's name, but the one guy for the Chicago Bears is waving at the crowd. And he didn't actually turn around until the football was launched in the air. Then he goes over and tips the ball to the guy in the back of the end zone. That can't happen. After playing like that, and the Chicago Bears, that's going to be one that's going to stick with them in their craw. It's going to stick in their craw. So let's keep this thing moving. The Baltimore Ravens, they go out. The Baltimore Ravens get hammered on. Well, not get hammered, but they lose the game to the Cleveland Browns. And it really tells a lot of things. Okay. Number one, Deshaun Watson. Man, it's probably over, man. The sex scandals and all that stuff, man. And for Jay Watt, okay, Winston to come in there, Jameis Winston to come in and launch that football. He threw for over 300 yards, and he was balling. But you know what happens in a football game in key points when the All-Pro dropped that interception. The next play, Jameis Winston throws into the end zone for a touchdown. And I know Lamar was mad after the game. He threw his helmet down after the last play. And I get it, Lamar. But, hey, man, that happens, man. You're not going to win them all. We haven't had but what? The Dolphins won all their games and went, but that was a long time ago. And then we had the modern-day Patriots won all their regular season games. So, you're not going to win them all. So, if you're thinking right now that, that's a sign for the Baltimore Ravens, well, the only sign is their defense is been struggling. But Lamar and that number one offense has been doing it. And Derrick Henry, ladies and gentlemen, he's probably going to get 2,000 yards. He's probably going to get 2,000 yards. So, I'm sure they're going to turn it around. Let's keep it rolling. Let's go up to KC, the Kansas City Chiefs, and Patrick Mahomes, right around from White House, Tyler Chapel Hill. Hey, he's from right up the street where I was at. He's from right up the street where I was at around Tyler, Texas, man. And I tell you what, they're getting it done. They're getting it done. And Andy can plug and patch people in holes. But as long as you got a player of the caliber of Patrick Mahomes, oh, yeah. Now, I know last night they were talking about how many yards that he has passed for, and he got there so many. Well, I don't base it on that. And the reason why I don't base it on that is because they didn't throw the football back in the day like that they pass in the football now. I know when I was growing up all the way up to the early 90s, it was option oriented football. So you weren't putting the football up, and then you could get hit. Your quarterbacks could get hit, and then you look at Montana and them and how much they were getting hit, and the receivers getting jammed off. So I don't base it on that. I base it on what I actually see watching the game. And that dude Patrick Mahomes is off the chain, man. He's off the chain. And once again, if you looked at the videos, you know that I think that is Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and John and Peyton Manning, and then Patrick's there. But Patrick has a way to go. Is he gonna catch Joe Montana? Yeah, he may. Okay, because he has a long way to go. Is he gonna catch the GOAT Brady? Man, anything can happen, man. You're gonna need some luck along the way. So kudos out to the Patrick, man. Just keep doing what you're doing. And are they going to win 3 in a row? I doubt it. All right, let's keep this thing moving. Let's keep it moving. The Houston Texans, they got one yesterday, and Anthony Richardson. He doesn't for the Colts, man. He doesn't. No. No, for me, he doesn't do it for me. I'm sure that the young man, he's got a good running game, but they've got a lot of work to do. So he's got a lot of work. We're not going to write him off now. Okay? Let's keep it moving. Let's talk about the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles look good. While you out there playing, man, the Eagles look good. That's why I say the Cowboys in trouble, man, because you got the Eagles, you got the Redskins, and you already know what's going to happen when they play the Giants. Doesn't matter how sorry the Giants are with Danny Dimes. I actually like Danny Dimes. I don't know why, but I actually like Danny Dimes. But man, the Cowboys, you're probably gonna split. I mean, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. So the Eagles look good, and Jalen Hurts, he's another one from Channelview, Texas. That's right down north of us, about 85, 90 miles, something like that, or a little bit farther than that. But so from on both sides, north and south, we got Mahomes on one end, and we've got Hurts on the other end. So we've got some quarterbacks that have been doing their thing. All right. So let's keep this thing rolling. So once again, hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the like and subscribe button. Incredible weekend for me. You hear him calling in there right now. That phone isn't gonna stop ringing, man. It isn't gonna stop ringing because I know I've got buddies that, hey, are you gonna do the show? Or are you gonna do a show on the game that's coming up with the Silsby Tigers and the Jasper Bulldogs? And I kind of want to, but I don't. I want to sit back and just let things pan out the way it's supposed to, because I know I'm going to have a lot of filming that I'm going to be doing this weekend. Okay, a lot of filming that I'm going to be doing this weekend. So I don't know about that. All right. So finally, the last thing I want to touch on, and I really don't really talk about basketball, okay, because I'm one of those old school people. The NBA it isn't. I mean, you got guys like Karl Anthony Towns saying that LeBron James is better than Michael Jordan. And a lot of you youngsters out there feel that way. For me, I never have been able to figure out how in the world did LeBron James pass Kobe Bryant. I just had to say that on the show. When did LeBron James pass Kobe Bryant? In my book, he heard D9J Sports, he ain't passed him. Kobe Bryant was the second coming of Michael Jordan. And I'm telling you, no. So the NBA is one of those things I might try to get into. And of course, baseball. You guys know I don't really do baseball. And the final one I want to talk about is boxing. Boxing is in a couple of weeks we're going to have Mike Tyson going on, take on Jake Paul. And for me, it's Jake Paul trying to take on Mike Tyson. Although Mike Tyson's 58 years old. Negative, Ghost Rider. Negative. Okay. Because for me, you can say he's 58 years old. Yeah, he's 58 if he was about to go out there and fight, I don't know, give me a heavyweight name. I'll just say Anthony Joshua or the Gypsy Man or Gypsy King or somebody like that, a younger heavyweight. Yeah, Mike wouldn't do. You telling me that a man who struggled with Tommy Fury is going to go, man, Mike Tyson probably going to hurt that boy. I'd be very surprised if it makes it past a couple of rounds. So those are some of the things that we want to talk about today. I hope you're enjoying the shows. Stick with us. We're going to continue to work. And remember, it won't be long. Because the weeks are falling down, ladies and gentlemen. They're falling down. And before you know it, high school football only has a couple of weeks to go in regular season. And then they're going to be getting ready to try to go out to Jerry's World. And then you know what's going to happen. You know what's going to happen when college football hits those playoffs. It's great, ladies and gentlemen. It's great. So until next time, until next week, this is Alan with D9J Sports. And I'm definitely out.